Hey everyone, I am Roxanne Marion, and I wanted to get on and talk to you all of you who are part of my awareness month for MS and my Miss Grace Glamour and Grit channel on YouTube. I'm actually not going to be here on long at all, and I'll tell you why, because that is my talk for tonight. I went out tonight, guys. Let me rephrase that. I went out this afternoon. We were outside between probably between 2 and 5 and went to the Black Food Truck Festival in Charleston, South Carolina. It was actually in Ladson, and I enjoyed myself greatly. Um, I, with my cousin, went to the vegan spot food truck to eat, and it was wonderful, wonderful food. I believe it was a Tennessee hot chicken sandwich, but it wasn't really chicken. But it was very good. Had waffle fries and all of that. But I wanted to get on because I want to tell you a cautionary tale. When you go out with multiple sclerosis, you have got to prepare yourself. So I have a comparison here. My niece is going out in Indiana, in Indianapolis, Indiana. And she went out around the same time I got back home. So about 6. We're on Eastern Standard Time. She went out in Indiana and it was 40, I believe 47 degrees. I went out here in the Charleston area and it was 83 degrees. And I kid you not, it did not feel like 83 degrees. It felt more like 90 till it started raining again. Because it felt like 90 because it had rained prior to us going out. And you have got to prepare yourself when you have multiple sclerosis. I think you have to prepare yourself regardless, sure. But when you have multiple sclerosis, make sure you have all the things you need to get you through the outing. And make sure you go out with people who are aware of the things that happen to you when you're in heat. I was with people who saw the decline. They were aware of what would go on with me. So my cousins were like, come over here, we're in the shade. And we sat in the shade and we're checking on me, as we were walking, because when I walk, I like to look behind me and I need to stay straight. Be Make sure you're with people who are aware of your symptoms, things that might go wrong or could go wrong, and things that would make you comfortable or feel better. There was always someone with me walking, and they were very aware of me being out in the heat, and we didn't stay out too long. And it was a wonderful festival. They very well could have wanted to stay out longer. It did start to rain again. I think that was also part of it. But I really have got to tell you guys, you have to be aware of the things that you need to bring with you. Remember, the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation, they have a cooling program. And you can always hey, Barbara, you can always apply for a cooling vest, a cooling hat, a cooling scarf, whatever is your preference. Make sure, hey, Anthony, hi, Laura. I was just telling everybody that I went out today. I drained myself. That was the other thing about the sun, but I drained myself. So I'm like, but I had to let everybody know it's summertime. or at least in Charleston, it feels like it's summertime. So 83 degrees felt like 90, and the sun was bearing down on me. So we have to be prepared by taking the things that we need: the cooling vest, cooling scarf, cooling hats. Make sure you're with people who are aware of what you need. My cousins were around me. They made sure that if I stumbled, that they were there. And I was very grateful for that. They waited up for me when I was walking. I walk a little slower. But you have got to make sure, if you're one who likes the outdoors, if you're going to go out and be amongst the people, amongst the people, make sure that you bring things that are going to make you feel comfortable at that time, because outside is a lot. And it's just, what is it, April 22nd? Okay, we're going on May. But for it to feel like that, I mean, it was 83 degrees. That's it. To me, that doesn't sound like a lot, but it was a lot. Yes, in the summer, you don't go out as much. Yes, and I actually try to stay in more when the summer comes on, specifically because of where I am. And when I just said that my niece went to her prom tonight in Indiana, and at 7 o'clock they were saying it was going to be 44 degrees. I mean, that's 40 degrees difference. That's crazy. But maybe I should move back to Indiana. I don't know. It just seems like it'd be better. It's horrible having MS. We are either too hot in the summer or in pain in the winter. Yes. It's that way in there. Yes, you love going outside during the summer. Anthony, that's pretty cool. You're probably one of the only people who have MS I've heard that from, because the summers are, I remember when I first moved here and I would go in the car so I could go to work. And oh my gosh, I thought I was going to die. I thought I was getting into an oven, because there was nothing that could make you feel better. It would take too long for the air conditioning to cool off the car. You're out there already. Don't put any makeup on, because it's just going to be off in seconds because of the sweat. But definitely be prepared. Something else that I saw out there, and when we came to visit here when I was younger, I thought it was so odd. But when people had umbrellas out today, and they were using the umbrellas to shade themselves, they didn't take it out because it was raining. They had it to shade themselves because the sun was just beaming on us. Um, some are the worst for you. You can't, yeah, it is hard to breathe, because it just feels like it's just all too much. It's all too much. And 83 degrees does not sound bad, but whatever humidity was out today, it did not feel like 83 degrees, because I feel like I'd be a person who would enjoy 83 degrees. That sounds great, but it was hot. It was really hot. So definitely make sure you are prepared for whatever is to come, because I look at the weather they had in Indianapolis today, and I'm just thinking 44 degrees at 7 p.m. I mean, it was 47 degrees today, so it wasn't like it was any higher. But I just feel like we in the MS community need to be aware of what it is we're about to deal with. And if you're newly diagnosed and the doctor has not told you that summers are hard, take it from us. The summers are hard. Summers are very hard. Get online, go to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation. They have a cooling program, and you can apply for a cooling vest, a cooling hat, a cooling scarf, whichever you want, and they will send it to you for free. So that is definitely something that you say it's hot in Scotland, but not as hot as as America. Yeah. I didn't even think it was hot in Scotland. I don't know. You know how you get ideas of how it would be? I felt like it would be temperate and that it would be balanced. But in the southern states in America, hot, just hot. And I always kid, joke with people about South Carolina, or specifically about Charleston, because in Greenville, South Carolina, they have 4 seasons. But here in Charleston, I feel like we have hot and we have cold. That's it. It's either hot or cold. And we're getting back to hot now. It wasn't really cold this winter. So I kind of missed that. It was chilly enough to wear a jacket, but not cold enough for snow. When you say hot, it's more warm. Okay, with rain, I could actually take that. I'd be okay with that. Warm with rain. It's this heat that's bothering me. So I got back and I felt the drain. I knew that I'd be able to just, I took a bath and I was like, okay, I need you to get out of the bath before you fall asleep in. So I knew that, and even you might be able to tell my right eye, I feel like it's taking longer to open back up when I blink. So I feel like prayerfully, I'm hoping nothing, nothing stays as of tomorrow. But I was just like, wow, it's my first time out in a long time. And I always suggest that we get out, because so often it's easy to stay in the house. It's easy for me to get on and watch tomorrow. I'll watch church online. And instead of going out and going to church where it will be air conditioned, but it's easy to just want to stay here. So if you venture outside, just make sure that you are prepared for whatever weather is out there. So I'm not going to stay on long. I want Laura and Anthony to know, and Barbara too, in case you're curious about this. Laura and Anthony, we talked yesterday about um, where we were from in this country. And I did do some research. I'm going to do a little more. It is very interesting. I don't know if I'll talk about tomorrow or on Monday, but it is very interesting about MS. So I am going to let you all go tonight. I'm going to lay my head down. I feel like I can actually, as soon as I lay my head down, I feel like I'm going to just sleep. So, and you just a sorry. Yes. Talk to you later, Anthony. Yes, you're ready to go to bed. So I am going to go ahead and jump off now, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye. Take care.